Over the last few years, we've looked at several different fixed blade knives from the Spanish knife company Jeo-Tec. Today we're going to take a look at a folding knife from the folks at Jeo-Tec. This is the number 47 folding bushcraft knife. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me for another Sharp Saturday video where it's Saturday and we take a look at something sharp. As I said today, that something sharp is this Jeo-Tec number 47 from the Jeo-Tec folks over in Spain. We're going to take a look at this, get to doing some of that knife stuff down to the stump top in just a minute. But first, although you may think this video is brought to you by Barking Dog Productions, I actually want to thank the sponsors of today's video, my friends at Excess Sights. I've been using Excess Sights for a number of years. They make the absolute best sights in any light. I've been using their tritium big dot night sights for a long time, but they just came out with some fiber optic sights for Glock pistols at a very good price. So if you want to check those out, you can save 15% by using the coupon code SOP15 at their website. So thanks again to the folks at Excess Sights for sponsoring today's video. Oh, and by the way, today's hat is from my friends at American Hat Makers. This is the Laredo Cowboy model. So anyway, let's take you down to the old stump top and take a look at the closer look at this knife and get to doing some of that knife stuff. You want to? Okay, so here's the Jeo-Tec number 47. And it's the first folding knife I said I've reviewed from them. As you can see, not only is it a pretty knife, it's also a pretty big knife. The overall length of 9 inches, a blade length of just under 4 inches. The blade steel is MOVA 58. You can see it has a little nice subdued jimping on the back and a little finger hole here at open. Also an exposed lanyard ring here. And it is a liner lock. It's Cocobolo wood handles. Very nice leather sheath with a ferro rod loop and a little fire steel that comes with it. And this is just one of those, honestly, like always, see, cheap generic ferro rods that won't even stay in the handle. Like the handle won't stay on it. And not a big fan of these things because of that, but a little epoxy might fix that. But I've seen these things from so many different places and they all do that. So anyway, very nice, well-made leather sheath. But if the mosquitoes will leave me alone, I think it's well worthwhile doing a little of our scientific testing on this thing. And I think the first thing we need to do, obviously, is check the sharpness using the internationally standard, since it's an international knife, internationally standard sharpness test, the redneck sharp test. I'm sure they do this over in Spain. But let's see how well this thing does on that thing, on that test. Oh man. Okay, wow. Yep, it does really good. Really good there. Okay, so passes the sharp test, the redneck sharp test with flying colors. So since this is a folding knife, we're not going to do any serious batoning, but if you had a piece of wood like this has been kind of laying out here, you know, you want to tap through it. I don't think that's going to hurt anything. And you can always break the hinge so you're not putting stress on the hinge and just kind of tap it down through there. But really, you're still putting stress on the hinge, so screw it. You can see every time I'm tapping it, it's coming loose. So that doesn't help the liner lock. It's actually might have screwed the liner lock up a little bit. Let's see if I can get it to stay open. That engaged it now. So let's see how well it does some carving some of those curls. And admittedly, that was way abusive trying to baton on a folding knife. Trying to get some smoothness going on here. This is not the best wood to try to get some curls out of. Let's see if I can find somewhere that'll do it. There we go. This is a full flat grind with a secondary bevel, we'll say, and it's almost so sharp. I'm having to really relearn how to do it because it is super sharp. And usually it takes me a little while to adjust to a different blade configuration because I'm used to using Scandi grinds or even saber grinds. So I think that's enough for our demonstration. Not some bad little curls in there. You know what we got to do now, right? We'll fold this up so we don't have to worry about that liner lock coming unfolded. We're going to take our fat wood and do a little scrapey. See if the back of this thing's got a good spine on it. It seems to be pretty sharp on the back of the spine there. Not too shabby. So there's some little fat wood. Oh, you want to smell? Oh man, look at that. Okay, so now let's try it. See if it'll go without the fat wood first, with our wonderful ferro rod. Everybody says I should do this. See, for me, that's just not as effective. And I'm going to quit saying that. Every time I show a ferro rod video, I do that, and I'm really getting tired of explaining myself, so I'm going to stop. All right, so maybe it'll stay, No, I lost it. Okay. Got one of those. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's going. Okay, I found it again. So it works on that, but you know I got to do this too, right? Move you over there so you don't burn my hand. There we go. Get on over there. Show this. I love me some fat wood. How many push-ups can Chuck Norris do? All of them. So what do you think about the Jeo-Tec number 47? First, I think the sheath is really nice. I like the sheath. I like that it's got a little ferro rod loop on a folding knife. You can always put a real ferro rod in it. That ferro rod that comes with them is like, it's just a little Chinese thing that I'm not a fan of. So, but the knife itself, I like. It's a folding knife, so it's not going to be as robust as a fixed blade, obviously. So I know somebody's going to ask me about balance testing it, and we don't balance test folding knives as a general rule here because it's just abuse. It's just going to break the hinge. These things have a hinge in them. So I like the jimping. The jimping is what I think jimping should be. It's enough to get a good purchase, but it's not enough to hurt your finger. This thing is just very, very pretty. It feels good in your hand. It's big, beefy. I like this big, serious blade shape, this big drop point blade shape. It's just a very, very well-made knife, like everything I've looked at from Jeo-Tec. Those guys do a really good job over there in Spain. They handcraft these things. The blade itself is laser cut, but the knife is put together by hand. The fit and finish is excellent. And if you haven't checked out Jeo-Tec, I highly encourage you to do so. As much as I like this folding knife, I like their fixed blades a lot better because I just think they're very, very well done. They're sharp out of the box almost always, and the fit and finish is great on Jeo-Tec knives, so I really like them a lot. So thanks to the folks at Jeo-Tec for sending me this one a little while back to show you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.